shortly. All right. So welcome again, everybody. This is our first career fair prep event workshop. And this event is just kind of going to take the next 30, maybe 40 minutes to walk us through what we should be expecting next week, Wednesday, for our in-person generalist Lincoln career fair that's going to be located at our Lincoln Park Student Center, first and second floor. The second floor is going to have a career prep lounge available for us, where we can do some mapping of the career fair, figure out which employers we want to speak to, practice our elevator pitch, maybe practice some interviews, do some minor networking, as well as an opportunity to print our resume if we're not going to have copies printed. Everything offered at the Career Prep Lounge in Lincoln Park is also going to be offered on day 2 when we are in the Loop in the DePaul Center, down in the basement in kind of the mezzanine atrium kind of area. All the employers there are really going to be focused on those who are interested in technology and data careers. And then if we're not able to make it Wednesday or Thursday to either campus, or if we just want one more career fair opportunity, we are offering a third day for this career fair, and it's going to be on Friday, and it's going to be virtual. And at the end of the presentation, I will share both of the links to our 2 in-person days, so you have an idea of what employers are showing up there, as well as show you how you can sign up to speak with employers on Friday, because you do need to register in advance what employers you want to speak to at what time. It's not like our 2 in-person days where it's just kind of drop in and speak to employers. Day 3 for the virtual fair is going to require a lot more prep opportunity in advance. We still have some people coming into the room, so we're going to let them in. It is 3:05, so I do want to be conscientious of our time, and so I will go ahead and get started. If questions come up during the presentation, feel free to use the chat or the Q&A feature. And we can answer the questions at the end of the presentation as well. So, what is a career fair? A career fair is an event that gives students and employers a chance to meet one another, establish professional relationships, and discuss potential or job or internship opportunities. Why do employers attend? Like the previous slide mentioned, career fair is an opportunity both as us as students as well as employers to come along. But employers really want to meet with you, the students and alumni, to be able to promote their current openings, connect with future employee candidates, as well as kind of conducting screening interviews. So as we think of the interview process, sometimes after you apply for a job, sometimes you may be offered a screening interview, which is a quick phone call to kind of answer some basic questions about your professional background and interests. When you attend a career fair, you kind of get to skip this step because that's what is done in person at the career fair. Employers also may be interested in building a brand with the campus or a partnership. Maybe they've hired a lot of DePaul alumni in the past, and so they're really committed to having a brand present here on campus by connecting with more current and DePaul alumni students. Overall, they're here to woo you. They want to recruit you. Career fair, at its most basic form, is a type of recruitment event. So here's a quick video on some inside tips from some DePaul alumni at the fair. As I said, DePaul alumni really like to come back to campus at the career fair as employers. So let's take a look. Here we go.
My name is Sean Tinney, and I work for Blue Cross Blue Shield in the underwriting department. And my advice for DePaul students would be to put yourself out there and do not be afraid to take risks.
Hi, I'm Renee Martinez, and I'm a DePaul alum. I work for Illinois Student Assistance Commission, or ISAC for short. We're the state's financial aid agency. But in my division, we do outreach. So I hire new college grads every single year to work in their own communities to help more teenagers figure out their path to and through higher education.
My name's Kyle Recruit. I work on our recruiting team at Origami Risk. We're a software as a service company that focuses on risk management and insurance software products. We're headquartered here in Chicago. My advice to all students is to get out there early, meet as many people as you can and network. I know it's a different world that we're living in today, but as many career fairs you can go to and meet as many people as you can network with, better off you're going to be as you look for your first job out of school.
Hi, my name is Alex Behart. I'm a recruiter here with City Year. We're a nonprofit organization where we hire young adults to be a mentor to in the classroom. And the advice that I'm also a DePaul alum, so advice I have for DePaul students is to network, come to the career fairs, talk to local recruiters. So if you're a freshman, definitely make those connections.
Okay, great. So why do job seekers attend the career fair? Kind of the number one way that you want to think about attending the career fair, or what participants of career fairs have said before, is that they discover potential employers. So of course we provide the list of employers ahead of time. I'll show you how to find that at the end of the presentation, but there might be an employer there that you just like had no idea what they did. You decided to just go up and speak with them. And then you really understand, like, oh, this is an organization I've never heard of before, and I'm really happy I spoke with them. It's an opportunity to connect with recruiters. So you might go and speak to an organization, you really enjoy talking with them, but they don't have any internships or positions open that really fit your credentials, your experience, or your interests. But because the recruiter is there, they're going to have an idea. They're going to remember you in the future and might reach out to you with more opportunities that arise that meet your qualifications. You might attend the career fair kind of in that same vein to make a positive impression. Career fairs are also a really easy way to network with individuals, network with organizations that you might not have access to. A career fair is all about kind of opening up accessibility to speaking with employers and recruiters. And it's a free opportunity that you can have to meet with those individuals. If you're someone who's not really familiar with the hiring process and you just want to have a better idea about, like, okay, I'm a graduating senior this year, how can I plan my time so that way I can have a job at graduation? A career fair is a great opportunity to learn how organizations handle their hiring timeline directly from their mouth. It's also an opportunity to meet professionals who work at the organizations of interest. And so if you are interested in continuing a relationship with an employer in the future, this is another opportunity where you can do that type of work and continue to network with individuals at organizations and not just the organization themselves. And it's an opportunity to learn about employment and organizations within the potential employers that you discover. Another quick video here about what career fair attendees have to say about the career fair.
Hi everyone, my name is Jeanette Gallardo. I'm an accounting major and a sophomore here at DePaul, and my dream job is working at a Big Four accounting firm.
Hello, my name is Simon Shamoon. I'm a fourth-year computer science student. At the career fair, I was excited to see Verkada and Group 1 Trading, and my dream job is to be a quantitative software developer.
Hi, I'm Azalea Houston. I'm a marketing major. I'm a sophomore, and I've been looking for some marketing internships, stuff like that. I was able to find a few. I have a lot of business cards and stuff.
Hi, I'm Malak. I am a computer science major. I'm a senior. I was excited to see United, Chicago Bulls. Pretty cool.
Hi, my name is Diana. I'm a secondary education in Spanish. This is my second year at DePaul, and my dream job is to become a Spanish teacher for high schoolers.
Okay, great. So now we have an idea of what some other current DePaul students um, are majoring in and kind of what their objectives are as they go in and attend the career fair. You might have noticed that some of these students have similar interests to your own or have interests that vary from your own. But again, there's going to be an opportunity for everyone at the upcoming career fairs. So, in preparing for the upcoming career fairs, like I mentioned, we have 3 coming up next week. We have another one at the end of the quarter that's for media, arts, and entertainment students. We have 2 more coming up in winter quarter and another 2 coming up spring quarter. So, you have a lot of opportunities to really get in the practice and really explore what DePaul career fairs have to offer. But in order to prep for the next upcoming few or the next upcoming ones over the year, here are some tips on what you can be doing. The first thing is to register for the fair in advance on Handshake. I will, at the end of the presentation, walk you through how to do that, as well as provide you links in the chat to register. But you may also want to polish your resume. In advance of the career fair, we next week in person across on Monday, we will have opportunities on both campuses, and then the rest of the week there'll be opportunities to get your resume reviewed through a program called Resume on the Run. And these are kind of drop-in resume review appointments where you can get your resume quickly looked at and polished up in advance of the career fair. You can also schedule advising appointments with a career advisor like myself or another career advisor to review your resume before the career fair as well. You can research the organizations that you are interested in and rate them according to your interest and fit. So, like I mentioned, we do on the Handshake invite, we do let you know which employers are going to be at the career fair in advance of the career fair beginning. And so you have an idea of what organizations you might want to stop at and what tables you might want to view before you visit the career fair. You might also want to consult your network. Your current network can be your classmate, your peers, your friends. Talk to them. Find a group to go to the career fair with you. You can even pick out employers to go and visit at tables together. And then you might want to create and practice your elevator pitch, which is kind of a quick professional introduction to who you are and your professional interests that you say to employers upon meeting them. So, as you practice and prepare your elevator pitch, you want to make sure you're hitting 3 main points. Of course, you want to introduce yourself and let the employer know, like, hello, my name is. You might want to include some other characteristics, such as what you're studying, what year you're in. So, for example, I would say, hello, my name is Ellie Santanato. I'm a DePaul alumni. I have a background in higher education, and I'm here to talk to you today because I'm interested in consulting as an industry. So there I pieced together kind of the 3 pieces that you want to highlight. If you don't want to say what your background is, you could talk about maybe a little bit more about what you're studying or speak a little bit more about why you're speaking to that employer that afternoon. I am speaking to your organization because I want to learn more about your professional opportunities. I'm speaking to you because I want to learn more about your organization's internship opportunities, or I'm just speaking to you because I just want to learn more and open my mind about what employment can look like for me after graduation. As you're kind of prepping to figure out what employers you might want to speak to, the bucket method is a good way to go about it. So, as you look at the list of employers that we have on Handshake, we will also be providing lists and maps at the in-person career fair. You might want to put the employers into 3 buckets. So, using your research, sort the employers who will be at the career fair into 3 buckets. Then, when you arrive at the fair, plan to warm up with a couple of the B employers first, then practice out your elevator pitch, practice out the kinks. before moving on to your A-list employers. So A-bucket employers are the employers that you most want to impress. B are the employers that interest you and that you want to learn more about. And C employers are those who just like aren't going to be a good fit. Maybe you're an education student or a student who's really interested in the human services, and and then there's going to be a lot of employers who are there with opportunities for students who are interested in computer science. So those computer science opportunities are not going to be a good fit for our human services students and vice versa. You might also be wondering, okay, 2 of the 3 career fairs coming up next week are in person. How am I supposed to dress? You want to ask yourself these questions as you're getting dressed for the event. So, am I dressing for the job that I want? Does my look represent my professional persona? And most importantly, does my outfit boost my confidence? Do I feel like I represent myself professionally, and do I feel confident about it? If you're concerned about your accessibility to professional clothes, you can visit the Career Closet at both the Lincoln Park and the Loop Center within the Basic Needs Hub. The Basic Needs Hub is going to be on the 9th floor of the DePaul Center in the Loop, and it's going to be on the 1st floor of the Student Center, kind of near ID services and the help desk at the Student Center in Lincoln Park. So the day's the day. It's Wednesday, Thursday, Friday next week. Here's what your checklist should look like as you prepare for those to speak with employers and to attend the career fair. The first thing you want to do is research and print out a couple copies of your resumes. If you forget to print out a couple copies of your resume beforehand, you will have an opportunity to do so at the fair itself. We will have a couple of printers available. Just make sure that you have your resume saved to your OneCloud, because you will need to have access to your DePaul email address in order to print out the resumes. Please stop by the Career Prep Lounge. That's where the printers will be, as well as some other opportunities to feel prepped for the event. Like I mentioned, you can practice your elevator pitch, you can practice some interview questions, as well as work with a career advisor or another Career Center employee to map out and create a game plan for which employers you're going to speak to at the organization. You also want to, once you check in, to make a name tag, print out your name, big and bold, so that way employers can speak to you by name as well. And then work that career fair like the pro you are. If you need to, just keep reminding yourself to fake it until you make it, because you all got this. Here's some snapshots from some career fairs from the last year. DIBS always makes a special appearance, so you do have that opportunity. And one thing I want to point out here is our career fair tours. And so if you're a first-year student and you are attending the career fair and you are nervous to go up to employers by yourself at first, we have student employees from our office take small groups of first-year students around and speak to employers who have specifically mentioned that they are interested in early engagement from our student bodies. And so you want kind of an opportunity to walk around the career fair, practice your elevator pitch, hang out with your friends. The career fair tours are going to be a great opportunity for you to do so. Some more career fair pro tips. So this is going to be like, once you've checked in, you've entered, you're speaking to employers. Maybe you've gone through the career fair tour and now you're going through on your own. But remember to be independent, smile and make eye contact often. Display your genuine interest and enthusiasm about maybe the opportunities or the organization themselves. Use your active listening skills and make sure to make it a conversation. So ask follow-up questions. And always feel comfortable asking clarifying questions. An employer might use industry lingo, and if you're not quite sure what they mean, make sure you ask them and request more information because it's only going to make you a better professional in the future by getting comfortable doing those things. Always feel welcome to ask about next steps, especially if you talk to them specifically about an internship or a job opportunity. Thank the recruiter or the professional for their time. For some of them, for all of them, this is kind of their job, is to speak with current students and alumni, but you are receiving valuable information from them, so make sure you thank them. If you have printed copies of your resume, you can leave your resume with them. And then you could always, employers usually have a bunch of free goodies on their table, as well as contact information. So it might be in your interest to bring a tote bag or a small bag to put some free goodies in, as well as maybe a folder to put the business cards or other employment information that you might receive from them. As a reminder, we have 3 career fairs coming up next week. Our first one is Wednesday, September 27th. This is our industry-wide career fair, and it's going to be located at our Lincoln Park campus office in the Student Center 120 AB. It might also spill out into the floor of the Career Center as well. But here you can meet top employers from a variety of industries recruiting for jobs and internships and learn more about career paths available to you. Students and alumni from all majors and years are invited. Day 2 is going to be our technology and data analytics career fair, and this is going to be Thursday, September 28th. This is going to be housed at the Loop campus in the DePaul Center within the lower concourse. Here, meet top employers from a variety of industries recruiting for tech and data analytic related jobs and internships. And again, learn about career paths that are available to you. Finally, day 3 is our virtual career fair. So this virtual career fair will take place on Handshake, and attendees must register for the virtual fair separately. And in a second, I will provide a link to both all 3 days of the career fair momentarily. If you are interested in attending the virtual fair on day 3, these are what you want to keep in mind. First, you want to sign up for group or one-on-one sessions. As you go to sign up for sessions, you may be prompted to update your profile privacy settings. We recommend selecting the community setting to make sure that enough of your information is public to employers. And in order to attend these sessions, you will need to sign up for the fair in advance. Another thing you might want to keep in mind is completing your resume profile. You can do this by uploading your resume. And after uploading your resume, you can click the blue button that says Feature on Profile to make it the document public for the employers that you're going to speak to. And then when you sign up for sessions, this will allow your employer to view your resume as well. Finally, you just want to test your location, test your background, test your video, test your audio. You will need an internet connection and speakers and a microphone and a supportive device. Prior to your sessions, remember to test your audio and video using these instructions. While you're at it, feel free to join a career community. To opt into career communities to receive exclusive email alerts, targeted job and internship posting, and tailored industry resources, career advising, and more. Regardless of your chosen major, you can explore multiple career communities and attend events across all industries. You'll develop a great network for future opportunities and learn about a variety of career paths. On the side here, we have our career communities. So we have business entrepreneurship, education, human services, and government, media communication, arts and entertainment, technology and data, as well as health and science. If you are unable to visit the Career Center or use any of our in-person or virtual kind of resources prior to the career fair, our office hours are Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. So if you want to use some resources outside of our office hours, please feel free to access the career library. There is a QR code on the screen that will take you directly there. We created the career library as part of our goal to deliver 24/7 access to in-depth career advice from beginner to advanced. And we created a new award-winning library of over 50 on-demand resources and videos. And that is everything you need to know to prep for tomorrow's event. I will now walk you through Handshake in terms of registering for the event. So the first link that I'm dropping in the chat for you all has to do with the 2 in-person days. And so to attend in person, you do not need to register, but it will make it easier to attend for yourself. When you are on the Career Center page for the first 2 days in person, you want to go over here and either favorite the event or select join event and select to join both sessions. You will then receive an email in about 30 seconds after registering that you have registered for the event. If you want an idea of what the employers are, you can select employer attendees, see more employers, and this is where we can find a list of who will be there. If you want to filter by industry, you can go further and select filter by industry as well. Or if you're looking for specific job types, if you are an international student and looking specifically for employers who will sponsor a visa or don't require a US work visa or will accept OTP or CPT, you can also filter that way. Or if you have a specific job type in mind and you don't really care about the industry, you can also filter that way as well. And those are some ways to kind of prep and research prior to Wednesday and Thursday. If you are interested in Friday, this page looks a little bit different already visually from what you can tell. But here what you want to do is for the Friday career fair, you want to hit register first. And so now that you're registered, what's next? You want to sign up for sessions. So view employer sessions. And then from here, we want to find places to attend. So I am the Education, Human Services, and Government Career Advisor. So I work a lot with counseling students. So the Family Guidance Center is something that interests me. Okay, on Friday, it looks like they have a couple of 10-minute one-on-one sessions. I can go ahead and select the 3 p.m. and then if I wanted to, I could hit confirm and then I would be registered to speak with Robin, the recruiting coordinator from Family Guidance Centers on Friday at 3 p.m. for 10 minutes. Thank you so much for joining us this afternoon. I look forward to seeing you all at the career fair next week. You all are going to do great networking and great recruitment with employers. And this recording will be sent out within 24 hours of this afternoon. So if you registered for the event on Handshake, we'll be emailing the entire listserv a recording of this event.